Capricorn, listen very carefully. There is a truth that the world has tried to bury deep beneath your pain, your loneliness, your delays, and the silence you've been forced to survive. Tonight, you are not here by accident. If your heart is beating faster right now, if your spirit feels like it's waking up, then you already know this message is for you. Before we go deeper, take 2 seconds and like this video, subscribe, and type "MY time is now" in the comments. Not because it helps the channel, but because you are declaring to heaven and earth that you are ready. That small action unlocks a massive shift, because your words and actions will suddenly start aligning with your destiny. You were born under the sign of the mountain goat, Capricorn, the only sign that climbs straight up. While others wander, while others wait, while others fold, you rise. You rise when you have no help, you rise when everyone doubts you, you rise even when you are carrying weights that were never meant to be yours. And people don't understand you. They don't understand why you push yourself so hard, why you refuse to give up, why you keep visions in your mind that nobody else can see. But what they don't know is that Capricorns are chosen for greatness long before the world ever sees your name in lights. Every delay in your life has been divine strategy. You've been tested more than anyone else around you, not because God forgot you, but because he was preparing you to sit in rooms where weak hearts would break. Capricorns don't just make money, they build empires. You don't get a blessing, you become a blessing. And the reason life has been so ruthless with you is because royalty is not trained in comfort. Think about David, forgotten by his own father, pushed aside while everyone else was chosen, yet he carried a king's anointing in a shepherd's clothing. Capricorn, that's you. You've been underestimated, mislabeled, overlooked, but heaven has been watching your climb. Even your losses were training. Even your breakdowns were breakthroughs in disguise. While others celebrated early success, you were prepared for permanent success. Let me tell you about Marie, a real Capricorn woman whose story sounds like a movie. She started life in a broken home, sleeping on a couch, selling small pastries just to survive another day. She walked into 14 banks to borrow money to start her bakery, and 14 times they told her she was too small, too risky, too poor. But Capricorn persistence is something the world cannot measure. She kept going. She kept improving. She sold bread out of a bicycle basket and saved every coin. Today, she owns one of the biggest bakery franchises in her entire country, and one of those banks that rejected her proudly displays her products in the lobby. Capricorn, that's the kind of victory that follows your name. You don't rise peacefully, you rise through rejection. You rise through battles nobody knows you are fighting. You rise through tears that no one ever sees. Sometimes you disappear, not because you're giving up, but because God is upgrading you in private. Your silence is not weakness, it's transformation. Nelson Mandela, another Capricorn. They locked him away for 27 years thinking they could silence him, but they didn't realize locking a Capricorn is like burying a seed. When he came out, he led a nation. The world tried to cage him, not knowing he was destined to rewrite history. Just like you, the world has no idea what you're capable of, and maybe you don't fully know yet either, but soon they will all witness the rise you were born for, and they won't be able to deny it. Capricorn, you are the sign of relentless ambition. People call you cold because they don't understand the fire that lives inside you, the hunger, the vision, the unshakable belief that you are meant for more. You weren't built for small dreams suffocate you. You are built for legacy, for authority, for wealth that doesn't just change your life, but rewrites your entire bloodline. Some of you watching right now have been losing people. Suddenly you don't fit in anywhere. Messages aren't returned. You feel alone even in a crowded room. That's not abandonment, that's spiritual promotion. God is removing those who cannot go with you into the future he's building for you. Watch closely. The more isolated you become, the closer your elevation is. Capricorns are not lucky, you are aligned. Luck can be taken, alignment cannot. Every breakdown you've survived gave you a secret weapon: wisdom, clarity, power, resilience, intuition. While others brag about success handed to them, you will be able to say, "I built this from nothing but faith and discipline." Let me show you how accurate this is. There's a Capricorn man named Jude who worked in a small electronics shop. Every day he walked past a huge tech company building and whispered to himself, "One day this will be mine." His co-workers laughed. His friends called him delusional. His own family told him to stop dreaming above his level. But Jude was born under Saturn, the planet of structure, patience, and unstoppable rise. One day, the company fired him due to downsizing. They thought they broke him. Instead, he started selling tech accessories from his bedroom, then online, then wholesale. Years later, that giant company struggled and went up for sale. Jude, the Capricorn who was once mocked, bought it. Capricorn, the universe has a strange way of flipping the script for you. When people push you down, God uses that as a launching pad. When they say no, destiny laughs, because your yes is already written. You know who else is a Capricorn? LeBron James. People said he wouldn't survive the pressure at 18 years old. Now he is one of the greatest athletes in history and a billionaire. He is living proof that Capricorns don't just reach the top, they build new tops. Your destiny is not to compete, it's to dominate. Every Capricorn has a moment when something inside them snaps, and they decide to stop settling for survival. That is the moment the world changes. You've been through heartbreaks that cracked you open, betrayals that taught you who you are, failures that sharpened your claws. Nothing you survived was wasted. There's a woman named Clara Capricorn who was divorced, left with 2 kids, no savings, no degree. She worked cleaning hotel rooms while studying at night. People saw a maid, but God saw a millionaire. She used every tip she earned to start a small cleaning company. Today, she owns luxury resorts in 3 countries and employs over 1,200 people. Sometimes, God will let you start at the bottom, just so nobody can take credit for your rise. Capricorn, repeat this silently. I am not behind, I am being positioned. Say it again, louder inside your spirit. My time is not late, my time is strategic. You've always felt like the black sheepy, the one who had to grow up fast, the one who carried responsibilities heavier than your age, the one who had to be strong even when you were breaking inside. And yet, you survived everything that was designed to destroy you. While others were celebrating, you were working. While others were sleeping, you were trying to figure out how to start. While others laughed at your dreams, God was writing the next chapter. There's a spiritual reason Capricorns attract jealousy. People don't envy the weak. They don't envy those with no future. They envy those whose light threatens their comfort. You were never meant to fit in, you were meant to stand out and rise above. Some of you watching right now are asking yourself, why do I always help others, but no one ever helps me? The answer is divine. A king cannot be trained like a servant. You are being shaped to lead, not follow. People will forget what you've done for them, but they will never forget when you rise above them. Capricorn, life has already crowned you privately. The world is just catching up. Your intuition has been screaming lately. You've been feeling like something big is coming. Coincidences are not coincidences anymore. Doors that were locked for years are starting to crack open. You're noticing signs, repeating numbers, prophetic dreams, unexpected opportunities, sudden awareness. These are alerts from the spiritual realm. Your wealth season is activating. And the ones who left you, the ones who doubted you, the ones who betrayed your loyalty, they will soon have to watch the elevation they thought you'd never reach. They will hear your name in rooms they can never enter. Every Capricorn is destined for a moment where everything turns all at once, from financially stuck to unstoppable, from ignored to highly sought after, from hidden to celebrated. Right now, you are standing in that turning point. But here is the part nobody told you. Right before Capricorn's breakthrough, life becomes hardest. You lose people, money dries up, plans collapse, doubt becomes loud, delays become painful, you feel like you're running out of time. That is not a sign to quit. That is the final test. Because the enemy knows what heaven is about to release into your life. He knows you are inches away from the door that leads to everything you've prayed for. You feel this message because your spirit recognizes the truth. Capricorn, you are stepping into your millionaire and billionaire destiny. You don't need luck. You are being aligned with influence, wealth, leadership, and opportunities that multiply. This is why you must do one thing right now. Click like if you haven't already. Subscribe because the messages coming next are your bread of elevation. Comment, "My time is now, not for me." but for you because your tongue is the key that unlocks your wealth gates. Capricorn, I need you to breathe because something powerful is about to be revealed. You may have already noticed one of the rarest signs the universe sends right before a Capricorn becomes rich. It's something most people ignore, but those who understand it become unstoppable. And if you've seen it recently, it means your breakthrough has already begun and there is no turning back now. Capricorn, listen closely, because what I'm about to say will feel like I'm talking directly about your private life. And if anything I say hits your soul, if it awakens something inside you, if it feels like your story, stop what you're doing and subscribe, like this video, and comment, I claim IT right now. Not for me, but so the universe knows you are stepping into alignment with your destiny. Every action you take while hearing this message is a signal to heaven. You are ready to rise. Something has been shifting around you. You've been losing people, losing places, losing old habits, and even losing patience. But these losses were never punishments. They were spiritual redirections. When God is preparing a Capricorn for greatness, he removes distractions aggressively. He cuts ties you refuse to cut. He exposes fake love you kept nurturing. He closes doors you kept knocking on. Because if you stayed there, you would have died there, not physically, but spiritually, financially, and emotionally. Capricorn, you've always been built differently. You don't just go through struggles, you go through spiritual warfare disguised as everyday challenges. You don't just feel tired, you feel like the entire world is on your shoulders. And yet somehow, you still move, you still try, you still believe in a future that looks nothing like your present. Do you know how powerful that is? There's something about Capricorns. Your intuition sees the truth before your eyes do. You can sense when something is off. You can feel betrayal before it happens. You notice energy shifts before anyone speaks. And lately, that intuition has been screaming. It's telling you that you are entering the chapter where your life transforms faster than anyone expects. Let me prove how divine your journey is. There was a Capricorn named Daniel. He worked in a company for years, loyal, dedicated, always on time. He trained new employees, he fixed the mistakes of others, he even worked when sick. But one morning he was called into the office and fired with no explanation. They told him the company needed fresh talent. They replaced him with someone half as skilled. Daniel didn't argue. He walked out silently, but inside something awakened. He took the small severance pay they gave him and started a side business selling refurbished laptops. At first, he barely made enough to pay rent, but he did what Capricorns do best. He mastered the grind. Years passed. He expanded. Today, that same company that fired him pays his new business thousands every month for the same services they once refused to value. Capricorn, betrayal is often the blessing that opens your billionaire door. You see, when a Capricorn is about to rise, the universe isolates them. You stop getting invitations. People you love suddenly turn cold. Those you helped forget your name. It hurts, but it's instruction. Some people can only love the version of you that needs them. They can't handle the version of you that outgrows them. So God removes them before your elevation makes them your enemies. Even the Bible shows this pattern. Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers and sold into slavery. They didn't hate who he was, they hated who he was becoming. They saw the crown on him before he ever touched the throne. Capricorn, that's why jealousy follows you silently. Your glow irritates those who settled for mediocrity. Your name carries promise they can't understand. They fear what you will become. And here's something deep. You have been uncomfortable lately, restless, unsatisfied with things that used to make you happy. That's not depression, that's divine discomfort. God will make you outgrow rooms before he builds the palace meant for you. You are shedding your old life like a snake outgrows its skin. Let me tell you another true Capricorn story, a woman named Faith. She worked as a cashier for 12 years. Every day the same routine. Customers would disrespect her. Managers undervalued her. People looked down on her uniform, not knowing she carried a millionaire blueprint in her mind. One day she returned home, looked at herself in the mirror, and cried, not because she was weak, but because her soul was begging for more. She started designing unique necklaces at night with cheap materials. She sold them online quietly. A celebrity happened to buy one, wore it on TV, and overnight, orders flooded in. She didn't have a degree, she didn't have investors. She only had Capricorn grit. Today, she owns a global jewelry brand, Sometimes all you need is one moment, and that moment finds every Capricorn eventually. Capricorn, your blessings are never small. That's why your battles are never small. Small people fight small enemies, but giants fight giants. And you've been facing Goliaths your whole life. But just like David, you will win with weapons others can't see: your faith, your stamina, your resilience, your silence. Yes, your silence. The way you pull back when you feel change coming. The way you go ghost when you're leveling up. The way you protect your dreams because you know not everyone deserves access to them. That silence is your superpower. If people knew the moves you were planning behind the scenes, they would panic. Let me reveal something else. You are about to enter your proof season. The season where everything that tried to break you ends up being the reason you rise. The season where every sacrifice turns into a reward. The season where your name will be mentioned in rooms you have not walked into yet. Look at Tiger Woods, born a Capricorn, broken down by public humiliation. Everyone counted him out. They said he was finished, but Capricorns never die, they resurrect. He came back and shocked the world by reclaiming his title like the legend he was born to be. People forget, pressure doesn't destroy diamonds, it creates them. You've been under pressure so long that you forgot you're becoming a diamond. You don't crave attention, you attract respect. You don't want a spotlight, you want a legacy. Money doesn't impress you, purpose does, and that makes you unstoppable. Others dream of success. You are designed for it. Capricorn, the reason you've been feeling alone is because you are entering the part of your destiny where God walks you into the promise privately. The crowd will meet you after you arrive. The applause comes later. Right now, you are in your preparation season where God gives you signs not everyone can understand. A sudden idea at midnight you can't shake off. A repeated number you keep seeing. A person you randomly meet who opens a door. A blessing that arrives right when you thought you reached the end. Pay attention, these are not coincidences. These are coded messages from the universe telling you. Get ready, it's happening. Some of you are wondering, why am I suddenly craving change? Why do old habits feel wrong? Why do I feel like I'm outgrowing everything? Because your soul already moved into your next chapter. Your physical life is just catching up. There was a Capricorn named Khalid. He worked at a factory, hated every second of it, but believed he had no other choice. One day he heard a voice inside say, "Create." He didn't know what that meant, but he listened. He started making simple furniture pieces in his tiny backyard. People loved them. Orders increased. He quit his job. Now his furniture is in luxury hotels worldwide. All because he obeyed the inner call. Capricorns always feel right before destiny introduces itself. Every Capricorn watching this right now is being prepared for financial promotion, but wealth is a spirit, and it only stays with those who can handle responsibility. Capricorns are the builders of the zodiac, the masterminds, the CEOs, the ones who turn nothing into empires. This is why your life has been harder than others. God wasn't punishing you, he was building you. Every heartbreak sharpened your discernment. Every failure developed your blueprint. Every setback increased your hunger. Every betrayal cleared your path. Every tear watered your purpose. While they laughed at you, God was preparing a table. And soon they will watch you eat. Capricorn, I know you feel tired. I know you feel like you've given everything and received so little. But this is not where your story ends. This is where everything changes. The universe is about to give you a reward so big that it will erase the memory of every struggle you've survived. But hear me, this message found you for a reason. You are not listening by accident. Your spirit was guided here because you are stepping into your era of unstoppable elevation. So right now, take authority over your destiny. Like this message to activate your alignment. Subscribe so you never miss another prophetic instruction. And comment, I claim it, to seal what is being released into your life. Because what comes next for you is bigger than what you lost. Richer than what you prayed for. Faster than what you expected. And more powerful than what they believed. But there is one last shift, Capricorn. the final spiritual sign that appears right before a Capricorn becomes a millionaire or billionaire. It's rare, and most miss it, but if you've experienced it recently, your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already here, and it's about to reveal itself in a way that will shock everyone who doubted you. Capricorn, breathe. What you are feeling right now is not confusion, it is confirmation. Your spirit recognizes that everything is aligning for you, even if the physical world hasn't caught up yet. And before we go deeper into the revelation waiting for you, do one thing that seals what is coming. Like this video, subscribe and type, "I receive my destiny" boldly in the comments. Not because I need it, but because your declaration is a contract with the universe. Your words unlock doors that your fear has tried to hide from you. Do it now, because what you're about to hear is one of the most important messages of your lifetime. Capricorn, there has been a sudden shift in your life. Lately, you've been experiencing more spiritual signs than ever before, waking up at strange hours, especially around 3 a.m., as if something is calling you. You feel a pressure behind your eyes, an energy in your hands, a fire in your chest. These are not random sensations. These are upgrades. Your mind is expanding. Your vision is sharpening. Your spirit is remembering who you are. For so long, you have lived in survival mode. You've been the strong one in every room, the one who fixes problems, the one everyone calls when they need help. But when you need help, silence. When you break down, nobody sees. But Capricorn, that's because leaders are shaped in loneliness. Emperors are molded in silence. Millionaires are birthed in secrecy. Your solitude has been a classroom, not a punishment. And now, everything is changing. There is a divine reason your energy has been misunderstood. People think you're cold because they can't feel what you carry. They think you're distant because they can't reach the levels your mind travels to. You were never meant to remain in the circles you were born into. You are designed to move from the background to the boardroom, from the overlooked to the overbooked, from the borrower to the lender. Look at Jeff Bezos, a Capricorn. He started Amazon from a garage. People laughed at him. They thought he was foolish. Today, a billionaire who changed the world's economy. Capricorns don't chase trends, they build empires that others follow. But here's the deeper truth. Before the crown comes the crushing. Capricorn, you've been crushed by duties you didn't choose, by burdens you didn't deserve, by people you trusted too deeply. You've cried into pillows so nobody would hear the sound of your breaking. Yet every crack in your heart became an entry point for wisdom, resilience, strategy. You don't just survive storms, you learn them. You decode them. And one day, you become the storm others fear. There's a Capricorn man named Elias. For years, he worked under a boss who insulted him daily, told him he would never amount to anything. But every insult ignited something inside him. He secretly learned everything about the business, from sales to marketing to operations. When the boss fired him, he didn't collapse, he launched. 1 year later, his own company crushed his former employer in competition. Today, Elias doesn't work for anyone. His old boss now calls him Sir. That's Capricorn justice. You've noticed it too. The enemies who laughed at you are strangely quiet now. Because God has taken you out of the rooms where your worth was underestimated and placed you in preparation for a stage built just for you. They used to talk about you. Soon, they will have to talk to you with respect. Your season of begging is over. Your season of being underestimated is closing. Your season of working without reward is ending. You are stepping into your season of evidence. Those who doubted you will witness what God does next. And Capricorn, your money story is about to flip. You've struggled not because you're unlucky, but because you were being positioned to manage abundance. You've had financial challenges that forced you to think differently. You've had nights where survival was the only plan, but that was training. Capricorns are meant to own, not owe. Look at Muhammad Ali, Capricorn. They mocked him, they stripped his title, they tried to silence him, but greatness is louder than hate. He came back stronger and changed the world. Capricorns don't sink, they rise higher after every fall. Right now, your wealth portal is opening. You've noticed strange things happening around you. A random business idea that won't leave your mind. A sudden increase in creativity. People asking for your skills or advice. Unexpected opportunities pulling you forward. A gut feeling that says, don't quit now. These are signs. Wealth is approaching you like a magnet. Your heartbeat has been telling you the same message this entire time. I was born for more. You are not imagining it. You feel different because you are different. Let me give you another real Capricorn story, Anita. She worked as a chef in a hotel kitchen. Her dream was to open her own restaurant, but she had no capital, no support, no connections. She prayed and worked silently. One day, a famous influencer visited the hotel and tasted her food. They were blown away. They introduced her to investors. Within a year, she opened her own restaurant, and today it's a luxurious brand with over 200 employees. Her dream fed her when her job tried to starve her. Capricorn, your talent is your ticket. Your discipline is your passport. Your pain is your prophecy. But there's a deeper layer, a spiritual one. Capricorn, you are protected. Even when you thought life abandoned you, angels were working overtime. You survived what others didn't. You escaped harm that should have destroyed you. There were days you felt like giving up, but something held you. That something is the higher calling over your life. You are not done. You are just getting started. And I know something about you. You often bless others quietly. You give without announcing your name. You carry wounds nobody knows about. You celebrate others while grieving your own battles. That is why God trusts you with abundance, because your heart is pure even when your life is hard. You will have money that lasts. You will hear your name celebrated. You will sign deals that feel like dreams. You will step into environments you once thought were for other people. Capricorn, you are the kind of soul that turns trauma into power. You take pain and make purpose out of it. You take rejection and build legacy from it. You take doubt and convert it into domination. This is why, when the world thinks a Capricorn is done, that is exactly when you rise and shock them all. But before your wealth is released, there is one more cosmic signal that shows up. And if you've experienced it, your breakthrough is already activated. You start losing interest in everything that doesn't match your future. People you once tolerated now irritate your spirit. Jobs you once held onto now feel like prison. Music, entertainment, even old conversations feel empty. Your soul refuses to stay where you no longer belong. This is the transition that happens to every Capricorn right before the miracle. Capricorn, something extraordinary is unfolding. Money is coming into your hands. Recognition is coming to your name. Love that supports your purpose is coming into your life. Opportunities are multiplying around you. Your time of being silent is over. Your time of elevation has begun. But listen, the keys to unlock your destiny are given only to those who respond. Now is your moment to respond. If you are ready for the wealth God promised you, if you are ready to live the life your spirit has been screaming for, if you are ready to walk into rooms where you belong at the head of the table, then right now, type boldly in the comments, I receive my destiny. Like this message right now, it aligns your energy with abundance. Subscribe, because what is coming next will guide you straight into your breakthrough. Capricorn, everything you have gone through, everything you have survived, was necessary to shape the version of you that is about to take over the world. And now, the final sign, the one nobody talks about, the one that only appears for those chosen for generational success. The universe will remove your fear entirely. Those risks you avoided, suddenly you feel ready. Those ideas you put aside, suddenly they make sense. Those dreams you buried, suddenly they resurrect. And when a Capricorn becomes fearless, that is when destiny bows. You are entering the era where your name will open doors. You are stepping into the life designed for your greatness. You are rising into your millionaire and billionaire identity. Capricorn, prepare yourself, because very soon the whole world will look up to see how high you've climbed.